Welcome, everybody. I'm Kathy Hayden. I am the mayor of Sumner, and I'm so glad you're here with us today. We want to celebrate this project, but we also want to celebrate the partnerships that we've had that go along with it. Actions speak louder than words, and this project is a strong action. I'm not going to let you off the hook. You're still going to have to listen to a few words. I'd like to introduce Jason Wilson, Sumner City Administrator, and he will explain more in detail what today means. So thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Mayor Hayden. First, I want to recognize the elected officials that are here today. First, we have Representative Josh Penner representing this 31st District in the state. We also have from Pierce County Executive Ryan Mello, Council members Dave Morrell and I believe Paul Herrera. There's Dave way in the back, and I know Paul Herrera is planning on being here later. From the city, as you know, we already introduced Mayor Hayden, but we also have Deputy Mayor Carla Bowman, Council member Pat Clergett, Council member Matt Kenna, and Council member Greg Reinke. Did I miss any other elected officials here today? Because that would be a big faux pas if I missed that. Nobody snuck in. Perfect. All right. So many of you here. I'm sorry?
Representative Theringer.
Oh, Representative Theringer. Thank you for being here today, sir. So many of you here today are staff for either the city, the county, the tribes, or our various partners. And we don't have time to introduce everybody. But after formal comments, I encourage you to continue mingling around and get to know how each one of you that is here today helped this project be a success. To give you an idea of how this project came together, we had Pierce County Television put together a video that kind of outlines the process we've gone through over the last decade. So I'm going to turn it over to them to show the video, and then we'll give some more remarks.
The White River. For countless generations, the Puyallup and Muckleshoot tribes depend on this river as part of their culture, economy, and identity.
The Puyallup tribe are the fishing people. We use these fish and habitat for almost every particular event that we have, and it's our way of life.
But as the region grows, so too do the challenges.
All throughout the Puyallup Valley, flooding was a concern, and the way to correct it was let's make the water get out as quick as we can. So they dredged and levied it to do just that. 100 years ago, river didn't used to be here.
Despite their efforts, the problems only grew from there. Habitat was altered or destroyed, and floods took a toll on businesses again and again. Many groups were affected.
This problem really involves the community, the fish, and the people who live and work in the area. So that's why there's a coalition of diverse interests trying to work together to solve this thing.
In 2016, Sumner began a dialogue. The Puyallup tribe of Indians, the Muckleshoot Indian tribe, the city of Sumner and Pierce County came together, each bringing their own perspectives, concerns, and hopes.
The word that I would use to describe that first meeting was skeptical. There was no trust, really, that people were coming with the best of intentions.
Over time, those honest conversations led to trust, and trust replaced tension. Today, this partnership stands as a model for collaboration.
I think before the dialogue group was established, it was really impersonal, where you would send a formal letter and then you would wait for someone to comment and they wouldn't comment and then you would move on. Well, that's not collaboration.
The dialogue group took a thing of, here's what we want to do, let's develop what it looks like together. And so we've kind of been an example for other folks and given opportunity to share kind of what we've done in the dialogue group and help other jurisdictions kind of start something similar. So it's been nice.
Through a shared vision and design, both the White River and community are finding their way back to balance.
We've got 4 projects in Sumner. The Habitat Project. Upstream, we've got the Pacific Point Bar and the Stewart Left Bank Project. We've also got the Stewart Road Bridge, which is currently under construction.
Working together to increase salmon habitat as well as reducing flood risk will not only benefit the environment and the river itself, but it benefits the nearby residences, warehouses, businesses, and infrastructure.
Sumner is such an integral hub of commerce. 5 days a week, we're sending trucks out to all of our customers in the entire Puget Sound region, delivering fresh roasted coffee to the coffee shops. So it's really important that our trucks are able to get on the highways early.
It's a win-win to be able to protect businesses and jobs that improve habitat at the same time. This is a regional issue that happens to be in Sumner, and we are lucky to have the partnerships to do something truly spectacular.
The White River has always connected us. Now, it's a symbol of what we can achieve when we listen and work together to mend the past and protect the future.
This isn't just the Puyallup tribe's problem or anybody else's problem. We've all been put here by the Creator, and He didn't choose and pick who gets to take care of these problems. We all need to work together to do it.
Thank you. As the video highlights, these 4 companion White River projects benefit so many people. Not only do they prevent flooding in Pierce County's largest manufacturing industrial center, they also protect businesses like Delano's and Coffee and Penny's Salsa, which send food products not only regionally, but actually across the nation. Sumner's on the map. They also enhance habitat, especially for endangered species of salmon. They fulfill our treaty rights, adding fishing grounds for the tribes. And they also improve our regional transportation system for vehicles, pedestrians, and bicycles. And all this is happening because everybody here worked together. And really, I believe this is a story of resiliency. If you've been involved in this project, you know that what we're building today isn't what we've designed a few times, right? We've had to pivot multiple times as partners have come, partners have gone. And it's really a story that the people involved have kept their eye on the prize and gotten this over the finish line. But today we're here to specifically celebrate one project, and that's the Habitat Project, where we're going to return over 200 acres to natural floodplain. Obviously, we can't call this a groundbreaking. We've moved a lot of dirt already. We did start it a year ago, and we're still moving dirt. But it's still important to celebrate because this is such an amazing project. This particular portion, the Habitat Project, is $58 million, and we're very thankful for our funding partners, and without them, we could not have completed this. Particularly, I want to call out the state of Washington through the Puget Sound Acquisition and Restoration Program and Pierce County's Flood Control Zone District, as well as the City of Sumner utility ratepayers. So speaking of Pierce County, they are one of our key 3 partners, and I'd like to invite Pierce County Executive Ryan Mello up to say a few words.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. We can do better than that. Good afternoon, everybody. It is such a pleasure to be out here to celebrate this major milestone. Mayor, thank you for making sure that we took time to pause and celebrate the years, literally years of work that it's taken to get to this point, and the many, many partners. Even though the work has begun, it is so important to pause and celebrate and look to the future of what's going to be. So congratulations, and I'm so glad that you've kept on with all the twists and turns of this project. My name's Ryan Mello. I have the great honor and privilege of serving all the people of Pierce County as the county executive. And as Jason said, we are a proud funding partner in this major work to not only protect our environment and also protect residents and businesses from flooding, but really make this community and have this river come back to life. And we're so grateful to be a partner. You know, Mayor Hayden, as we were getting ready before this, speaking of a project taking a long time, Mayor Hayden reminded me, I don't think she was kidding, that this project has seen 12 different Sumner City Councils touch this project. 12 different, I don't think she was kidding. I think she really went back and counted. That is astonishing. I know that many different county councils have got to touch the project. Dare I say different legislators have touched the project. There's been a lot of hands, a lot of funders, and now a lot of workers making this project come to life. We know that the residents of Pierce County are looking to us to act decisively to protect them from devastating flooding. and at the same time, safeguard our natural environment, to protect salmon and other species, and to ensure that our local businesses can operate without disruption. So while I have the great good fortune of serving as the county's executive, and our team is off to a really fast and focused start to be partners in projects like this, we have a really clear roadmap for what we want to accomplish over the next 4 years. Our vision at Pierce County is to create a place that people are proud to call home. And our mission that we have for Pierce County for the next 4 years is to move forward together and building communities that are safe, welcoming, and connected. And a project like this is the best demonstration about moving forward together intentionally. No one partner does a big thing like this alone. And what a great example of building communities that are safe, welcoming, and connected. I want to take a moment to acknowledge a few very important collaborators. Some folks who are really more than collaborators, folks who have stewarded these lands since time immemorial and will continue to steward them for generations to come. The Puyallup tribe of Indians and the Muckleshoot Indian tribe have been instrumental partners in designing, helping to fund, and helping to lead and permit this work. And so if there's any representatives from the Puyallup tribe of Indians and the Muckleshoot Indian tribe, we really want to thank you for your leadership. Thank you so much. Are you here? Thank you. I see Russ and Shar. I think there's others. Thank you so much for your tremendous leadership. He was introduced before, but it's worth making sure that folks know, these kinds of projects. This is a massive project, right? It's a 200-acre project, millions and millions of dollars to make this project happen. One of the major partners for the larger White River Restoration Project, and this phase in particular about the Habitat Restoration Project, one of the major funders here, of course leveraged with local dollars, is the state of Washington. And it's because of the leadership of the chair of the state capital budget, who's responsible for all things construction. There's so many pressures on the state construction budget, right? Namely schools and natural resource protection like this, and a lot of other headaches and needs across the great state of Washington. But the amazing chair has not only taken the time to be here today to celebrate this milestone, but he works super hard to protect those resources in his budget, the Puget Sound Acquisition Restoration account, the Floodplains by Design account, and other accounts that are instrumental to making projects like this and others around Puget Sound and Washington State happen. Chair Theringer, thank you so very much for your leadership. As I noted, the other major funder here, and Jason noted it, is Pierce County. We are a proud partner in this work, not only to help push permits through, though those have taken lots of twists and turns, and the design and the permitting has taken lots of twists and turns, but the local funding is essential to grab those state resources, right? Folks like Chair Theringer want to make sure there's local skin in the game to bring the other resources to bear. I'm so proud that Pierce County is a funder to the tune of $17.7 million to make this project happen. So congratulations to Pierce County. Another way, in addition to cash, that we help make projects like this happen is to be as cooperative in creative ways as we can too. So Jason probably doesn't want me to tell this story, but it was probably, time flies, right? It's probably 6 or 8 weeks ago. Jason knew we were getting ready to actually, truly move dirt and start getting workers on site and making this happen. Budgets are super, super tight. And so Sumner, as the great project manager they're looking to save money at every turn possible, right? And leverage these local dollars. Jason gave me a call on my cell phone and said, Ryan, I know some gravel you have, and we really need gravel to make this big project happen. and gravel's really expensive right now. Can you help us out? I said, let me see what we can do. Jason, I wish I could solve all problems like this. It would make my job that much sooner. I think literally within 10 minutes, we were able to say, Jason, the Public Works Director will be calling you in the next hour. I think we can make this happen. Thank you for asking us to be a partner. So these mounds of gravel you see came from other parts of Pierce County of gravel that we didn't have for another purpose. And why should it just sit there? That makes no sense. We should be a partner in every way, shape, or form that we can think of, including delivering gravel to the site and getting gravel to this great project. Look, this is a great example. Thank you. Thank you, Jason, for asking. This is just a superb example of a multi-benefit project. A project that is going to help fish and wildlife succeed, restore these salmon runs, help protect businesses, help protect residents, and make this a place that we are truly proud to call home. Again, our vision for this community. So on behalf of Pierce County and the nearly 1 million people that call Pierce County home, thank you for letting us be a partner in this essential work. We're excited to come back and see the progress, and we look forward to doing much more with you. Congratulations.
You know, I was going to tell the same story Ryan told.
Sorry,
no, that's fine. But I will say this is like the fastest government has ever worked. And what's even more remarkable is he was in Washington, D.C., and he got it done in less than an hour. So thank you. Appreciate that. If I could have representatives from the Puyallup Tribe of Indians and the Muckleshoot Indian Tribe come forward, want to recognize both of you. And Mr. Mello, if you wouldn't mind staying up here as well. Go over here, Russ. So we wanted to provide a meaningful way to thank the three of your organizations for your partnership and to celebrate what your vision and work is accomplishing. To that end, we commissioned a local artist named Mary O'Haver to paint an original piece celebrating the White River Habitat Project. Mary grew up in the valley and is very passionate for nature, the environment, and wildlife. So today we're going to unveil this original piece of art that will proudly hang at Sumner City Hall for years to come. We also have official prints made for each of you as a gift today, and we hope that you hang them somewhere special to remember this partnership for years to come. Thank you. I'm going to turn it over to Russ Ladley with the Puyallup Tribe of Indians to say a few words.
I don't want to repeat any of the remarks that have been made about the collaboration here and partnerships, but I do think it's appropriate to give special thanks to the City of Sumner. Doug Beagle, Robbie Wright, and Mayor Emeritus Pugh for kickstarting this project so many years ago. Thank you very much. It couldn't have worked without your perseverance, dedication. We had many chances for this thing to get derailed completely, but you guys kept the faith, kept everybody working on it, and here we are today. So thanks.
Next up, Patrick Reynolds from Muckleshoot Indian Tribe.
Hi, everybody. I want to make very clear I'm not a representative of the tribe. I'm technical staff in the habitat program at the Fisheries Department. So it's, and I worked on this project like Russ, starting in 2014, I think. And one thing it faced, I just want to say a couple things about change. And the city was deft at dealing with change. Change in project partners, in perseverance. But this valley, in the painting for the city hall, before the day before the Osceola mud flow, this was marine water. We had been in canoes. And in 1904, 1905, the White River went that way to Seattle for the most part. There's an article in History Link called "The River That Nobody Wanted." They're going to have to edit that, no? It's really about change and perseverance. And one of the nice things about this project was the designers and their remarkable work to listen and respond and bring their knowledge. The project itself is designed to change. I heard a famous geomorphologist once say, if I come back to this project in 10 years and everything looks the same, I've failed. You know, it's supposed to be dynamic, and so it's designed that way. And if anybody, I hope to go on the tour if I don't get sunburned before, but we're going to go, I heard we're going to see something called a batter pile log jam. And at the time, I don't think, these are, you're looking at the only ones on the planet, is my understanding. So, and there was a test, and just a lot of ingenuity and a lot of great people to work with, and I'm glad Mayor Pugh is here. Thank you.
So again, partnerships is definitely the theme of today. I need to spend a few minutes recognizing the project team. So very early on in the project, a dialogue group was formed. The group was led by Angie Thompson of Thompson Strategic and was made up of stakeholders representing local, state, and tribal governments, environmental sustainability groups, and businesses. That dialogue group spent dozens of meetings just to build trust, formulate a plan, and ultimately get this project over the finish line. To date, in the last 9 years, they've met 57 times. That may not sound like a lot, but when you think about who's involved in that group, it's very difficult to get time on their calendar. To meet 57 times shows you how important this project was. And so as you look around this tent, you're going to find people here representing business, tribes, economic development, ecology, and environmental sustainability. And too often, these efforts are set in contrast to each other. And I don't think it has to be that way. In fact, I don't think it should be that way. Through the White River Restoration Projects, we have proven that these large-scale projects don't have to be set as an either-or, but they really can be an and. Right? We're getting a whole bunch of different benefits from this project. It's a testament to what we're doing here today, that it's groundbreaking in more ways than one. So before we wrap up, I want to acknowledge that project team. Robbie Wright and Doug Beagle, where are you at? Robbie's way in the back. Doug's over here. Some former employees are here as well. We have former Mayor Bill Pugh, who was the Public Works Director when this project actually started. So he's here. Former Public Works Director Mike Dolan might also be present. I don't see him out the corner of my eye. From the outside, we had Molly Lawrence with Van Ness Feldman, who helped navigate the legal aspects along with our own city attorney, Andrea Marquez. Our designers, Steve Winter and Matt Tiedman from Natural Systems Design. They're over here. They really took that vision from the dialogue group and made it make sense so you can actually build it, which is great. Our Phase 1 contractor, Goodfellow Brothers Construction, completed the early earthwork for us last year, and then Rodarty Construction is out working behind us as we speak. To all these people, thank you, thank you, thank you. This project would not be here without you. As Mayor Hayden said, actions do speak louder than words. In a few minutes, Robbie is going to lead anybody who's willing to go on an adventure out into the site, look at some cool things. He's telling me there's going to be 2 groups because there's going to be, at 2 o'clock we're doing it. 2 o'clock, get to go on a nice tour of the site. I am told if you have nice shoes that you do not want to ruin, you may not want to go. It's going to be muddy, so wear some stable footwear. So that's going to happen at 2. Before you leave, please enjoy some of the treats that we brought in. We have pastries from the Muckleshoot Casino Restaurant, Puyallup chocolates from the Puyallup Tribe, Delano's coffee, which is roasted right here in Sumner, and Spooner strawberries grown further down in the valley. So thank you for your support. Thank you for coming out and being here today. If you had any part to do in this project, if you're part of the dialogue group, if you're part of one of our funders, please stick around, come forward. We're going to take some photos to commemorate this. So thank you again. Have a good day.